bow down prostrate. You are the only one worthy of praise.
Many people say, oh, you Hanafis, you follow an Imam who has become famous because of his daughter. Abu Hanifa, they say, means the father of Hanifa. Hanifa is a girl's name. Hanifa was his daughter's name. That is absolute rubbish. Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah had no daughter by the name of Hanifa. Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah had only one son. His name was Hamad. Imam Abu Hanifa named him after his main teacher, Hamad bin Abi Sulaiman rahimahumullah. And he did not have a daughter by the name of Hanifa. And a supposed story is assigned that once Imam Abu Hanifa was asked a question which he couldn't answer. And the question presented was that a man is allowed to marry 4 women at a time, but a woman can't marry 4 husbands at a time. Why is that? So Abu Hanifa didn't know an answer to this question. Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah, Allah blessed him with such wisdom, he was able to solve much more complicated issues instantly. And this is common knowledge amongst ulama. Perhaps might not be amongst the public, but you ask any alim and they will tell you. And this is common, it's a common criticism made upon Islam and Muslims. And so the Imam, supposedly, the great Imam, went home all worried, looking anxious and almost depressed, looking worried. And his daughter saw her father worried. So she approached him asking, Father, why are you so worried? Because someone asked me a question I had no answer for. What's the question? The question is, why is it that a man can marry 4 women and women can't marry 4 men? Where's the equality? It's injustice. So I don't know what to say. So supposedly his daughter, whose name was supposedly Hanifa, she said, well, I'll give you the answer, but on my condition. My condition is that I want you then to associate yourself with regards to me, adopt my name in your title, in your kunya, and then I will give you the answer. And then he agreed. And he agreed to be known in relation to his daughter rather than his son. So she then came up with this solution and answer, which was, she said, she gathered 4 women and she said to them to present, or she said, bring milk of different animals, 4 goats, and then mix it together, and then ask them to separate it. Can it be separated? It can't be separated. So similarly, if a woman was to marry 4 men, then how will she possibly be able to tell whose child she is carrying? So the Imam was supposedly very satisfied and with this, and convinced with this answer, so hence he became known as Abu Hanifa. And if this had any truth to it, so it just shows a young girl had more intelligence than her learned and famous father, who became known as the greatest Imam in this ummah. In fact, if anything, this is an insult to an ordinary person's intelligence. How can such a great Imam, who used to present instant solutions to many far more complex problems instantaneously, not know a solution like this, to a question like this? And the fact is that Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah had no such daughter. So this is a totally fabricated scenario and a fabricated story. And whereas in reality, the fact is, Hanif is a word used in the Quran. Hanif means pure, sincere. Allah has used it to describe Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam. وَاتَّبِعْ مِلَّةَ إِبْرَاهِيمَ حَنِيفًا. Just like Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. Abu Bakr, the literal meaning father of Bakr, but Abu Bakr had no son by the name of Bakr. Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu had 3 sons. Abdurrahman bin Abi Bakr, Abdullah bin Abi Bakr, and Muhammad bin Abi Bakr. There is not a single book in the entire Islamic literature which lists Bakr as one of the sons of Abu Bakr. Bakr was his wasf, was his character. Abu Bakr was always the best and the first in everything. So he became famous as being the master and the best and always the first. Hence Abu Bakr. Abu Huraira radiallahu ta'ala anhu did not have a daughter by the name of Huraira. Once he came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam carrying a kitten. Rasulullah looked at him and smiled and addressed him, Ya Abu Huraira, oh the one with the kitten, not oh you the father of the kitten. Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu had an argument with Hazrat Fatima radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Husband and wife had an argument. Hazrat Ali walked out. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam came to Hazrat Fatima, saw her weeping and crying, worried. Asked, she said, well, we had an argument. Ali walked out. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam went to the masjid, saw Hazrat Ali lying on the floor, covered in dust. And Rasulullah said, Qum ya Aba Turab, you covered in dust. You Abu Turab, if Abu means father, you father of dust. Did Hazrat Ali radiallahu anhu have a son by the name of Turab? So no, it just described his appearance, that he was covered in dust. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam addressed him as such. So it proves that in Arabs, even among Sahaba, there were many people who had this kunya which described their personality and character. So Abu Hanifa means the one who's pure, the one who is sincere, the one who's clean and good through and through. Not father of a girl by the name of Hanifa. And he was so sincere. Allahu Akbar. Once a woman came to him wanting to sell a piece of cloth. Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah was a cloth merchant. He dealt with and in cloth. So she came wanting to sell a piece of cloth. Imam Sahib asked her, woman, how much do you want for this? She said 100 dirhams. Imam Sahib said, it's worth much more. She said 200. It's worth even more. She said 300. It's worth even more. You kidding me? Making fun of me? No, it's worth more. Imam Sahib gave her 400 dirhams. Had it been somebody like us, how much do you want? 100? You must be joking. It's not worth 10. Imam Sahib genuinely, Allah, his amanat, his trustworthy honesty. Look at, and he said he gave her 400 for something she wanted. She would have been happy with only 100. If he would have given her 100, he wouldn't have been cheating her. But he didn't even want to take advantage of someone, let alone cheat. You know, many people, they would put the price down or do things, subhanallah, and just to cheat people. He wasn't cheating. He didn't even want to take advantage. So a person who doesn't want to take advantage of someone in matters of dunya, do you think he would have ever wanted to cheat people in matters of deen? This is the trustworthiness of Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah. And a wonderful example of how it shows why he acquired that title Abu Hanifa. He was so sincere, he was so upright, he was so humble, and he was so honest in character that people, they recognized him as Abu Hanifa, the one who's full of sincerity, purity, honesty.